Feature Friday.
The freshest. Hello.
Oh, we're live.
Hi everybody. Welcome to Feature Friday. Plus, it is a Sunday.
Chill day, huh?
A chill day. Today we're going to do.
I thought we'd have like a, I don't know, just
I
like
don't even know what we're
like
doing.
a-
What are we doing?
like a relaxed day, just to sort of, I don't know. There's been so much happening this week, and like news wise and music wise and us wise. So I just thought,
And us. Oh, celebrating 50 freaking K. Oh my God! Insert confetti here. Because that was like, okay, so I woke up Saturday morning. It was around maybe 9:45, maybe, perhaps. Yes, I woke up a little late. And I just checked my phone. No,
Yeah.
you came in. Yes,
it was
that's
me.
what
It was me who woke up. I woke up like at 9:30, and then I clicked because someone had liked one of my comments.
Okay.
And then I clicked to see what the comment was, and I thought my eyes were playing on me because when you see your name at the bottom,
Yeah.
it said 50K, right? And I was like, what is going on?
Oh my God!
And then I just started playing some French tunes.
Yeah, he
Out loud.
literally
I started playing
bursted into my room with blasting music.
Yeah, but Zemma, I was playing Zemma, yeah.
I know, and I was like, what is wrong? What is happening? And he's like, Waleska, we're celebrating.
Yeah.
So
It's
50K.
It's
Cool.
awesome, dude. That is awesome.
I feel like we should do like a special video, like doing something silly like eating 50 donuts or something silly like that.
I saw a small channel do like he got to 10,000. What was that guy?
10,000 subscribers.
He's
and
like a fitness channel. It's so funny.
And he decided to eat 10,000 calories and
burn.
burn 10,000
Yeah.
calories.
He fell short a little, but
in
it was
24 hours.
it was so funny to watch.
How wild. I was in pain watching it for him.
It's so tough. He ate so many donuts. That's the only good bit about it.
So I was just wondering, he also was going to be sick halfway through it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, right? We should do something like that. Appreciate the effort, right? Like, appreciate the people. So I thought, why don't you tell us what could be a good idea? I have read...
This is it for me.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, come on. Don't be such a bad sport.
Oh, what?
Commit.
What do I do? Just, I don't know, dive in a pool full of ice. Way.
No. I don't know. Something fun, like let Waleska do a makeover on you.
That's not a good thing. That's a bad thing.
Something with 50 in it. Something with 50.
Maybe 50 facts about ourselves. That'll be a good one.
Oh, good one. 50 facts about ourselves. I
Or
don't
like
even know
50
if I have
questions.
50
That's it, 50 questions and answers. We could do that now, actually. I don't know if it's actually 50, but we'll just pretend it's 50.
No, but it has to be 50. So what's the point?
Okay, I'll find 50 questions.
Okay.
I've got them. I pretty much got them.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so celebration.
Yeah.
We have just decided we're going to answer
50 questions.
50 questions.
That's a lot, dude.
With 50 fun facts.
Yeah, sort of, yeah, like...
Who's keeping count?
Do you remember that
I'll
guy
keep
that used
count.
to do... You remember that guy, Matthew Santoro? He used to do top 50 facts of these and 50 facts of these.
But we're not like famous.
No,
we
no,
don't
no.
have 50 facts.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he used to do that stuff. He now...
Mm-hmm.
He stopped doing it.
Oh, why?
He just sort of changed his
He's
content.
like, bored.
Yeah, because I think...
That was
used
the
to be...
funniest thing.
That used to be the hot thing in YouTube back in the day. You had to do
50
top 10
things that you didn't know about Disney.
list channels with murder it on
Yeah.
YouTube, and he used to be one of, you know, he still has like millions of subscribers, but he was talking about it, like how his videos are not as popular as they used to be in 2014.
Yeah.
Whenever, you know, the whole list was popping, and now he's doing fun stuff, like he's just like reacting to TikToks or like
That's fun.
because he's obviously been at the pinnacle of the whole YouTube career and all that stuff. So
For so long, yeah.
he's talking about it and stuff like that. So it's
really
a
fun.
really good channel. But it lets you know, like, it's funny how like stuff is changing so fast in like on the whole YouTube world.
I think that's
The online world just changes
I was
every
gonna
day.
say, I think online everything just 1 week can seem like a completely different world online.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking about it. Just think about it meme wise. Like, honestly, that's the only way I can keep track of things.
Meme-wise.
Like, meme-wise, you know? In January was the whole World War III meme situation.
Yeah.
February was like a whole completely new thing. And then
Yeah.
March, the whole Rona situation started blowing up. And everybody was like, the locked memes.
Dude, and this has to be like the weirdest year that we'll ever experience. Ever in our lifetimes, probably.
Not only in our lifetimes, I think it's a generation.
Yeah, maybe.
This has marked a whole bloody generation.
Maybe. Unless like aliens turn out to be real. That would be a pretty crazy year.
I think they are.
Yeah. Do you actually believe in aliens?
Yes.
I do as well.
Dude, the freaking universe, not the universe, the freaking planetary system is so big.
Yeah.
And it would be stupid to think that we're the only breathing intelligent thing
You think?
in one planet.
Mm.
I actually think in this planet there's also beings that we don't know about, like in the ocean.
Mermaids and stuff. Are you one of those?
No, not mermaids, but like
That'd be pretty cool, though, wouldn't it?
it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think if it is mermaids, I don't think mermaids will look like we think they look like. I think deep sea creatures. We don't freaking
for sure.
know.
Yeah.
They look like aliens. They're like a different life form.
There's this website I saw. A friend of mine who used to be really into biology, marine biology.
Mhm.
He would
That's super cool.
he would sort of refresh this website often because they would put newly found species every month.
Yeah, because
Yeah, so they're always discovering new stuff.
it's wild. So it'd be so ridiculous to think
I don't know what the website
that
is
in like freaking how many planets is there?
called. No, 8, 7,
Seven
7.
planets.
Because Pluto, they just pissed off, didn't it?
Number of planets
Because there's that song, My Mom 8. Oh, 8, I got it wrong.
in the solar system 2020.
It's 8, it says it right there.
Where?
Yeah, look. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. That's 4. Jupiter,
Jupiter,
5. Saturn,
Saturn,
6. Uranus, 7.
Neptune.
And Neptune. Yeah, Pluto just pissed off. It used to be 9, now it's 8. Sorry.
Ah, that's what it is. Well,
For
there
some
we go.
reason, just scientists. Pluto. Fuck off, mate.
That's like you don't exist anymore. You
Yeah.
don't need to be here.
Okay.
And for that reason, Ezra, for that reason,
You
only,
think there must be something on one of them?
Abso-freaking-lutely. I think this should probably is life in every planet, and we just don't freaking know about it.
Damn, every planet.
Yeah.
Would that be your prediction?
Well, some type of life form should exist somewhere else, rather than here, other than here.
Right.
Definitely.
Because your logic is
For
then your logic behind
sure.
it is because there's so many newly found species and species we don't know of yet on
on Earth.
Earth. For us to say that other planets don't have anything that
We're so ignorant.
okay, so that's your okay.
That's my take.
I can see that. Why not?
That's my take. I think
I'd
it's so
like it.
big.
I don't have a take. I'd like it to be true. So what?
Like, yeah.
Milky
what
Way.
about? See, what I'm saying is so vast. It's
Brilliant
so
chocolate.
big.
Yeah, it's brilliant chocolate.
I would
Fantastic.
totally think yes, aliens exist.
Yeah, Milky Way and
Whether-
Snickers are the way to go. Actually.
Oh, definitely.
Perfect
I
chocolates.
agree.
Actually, yeah.
I agree. But whether aliens are manipulating what's happening in right now, I don't think.
Do they
Anyway,
sell
would
Milky
think.
Ways here in England?
The hell is talk with candy bars? I thought we were talking about aliens.
Yeah, but do they sell that here in
Yes,
England?
they do. You've eaten Milky Ways here.
Milky Way reminds me so much of that time we went on holidays. You
Yes.
know, it does, doesn't it? When
Yes.
that time we went on holidays and it was all American sweets and stuff.
Yeah.
But
kind
yeah,
of.
I do see where you're coming from. Like, why not? The thing is, whatever theory I have, I'd want it to be true. So I'm already biased to my own research. You know what I mean? Like that video
you
they
would
posted,
be a brilliant scientist.
that UFO video they posted, real to me.
and that's real.
That's ET right
Flat
there.
Earth, real.
No. Not that far. Not that far. Just with aliens, I just want it to be true. Because, I don't know, how cool would that be?
It would be pretty cool, not
You know?
gonna lie.
Because that's basically like, if
I think
aliens are
there's
real,
proof. I would say there's proof, no?
yeah, because the Earth is just a big one fat loner then.
Yeah, like, how stupid would that be?
They're just alone, isn't it?
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
No, that's not. That can't be it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That can't be it. How other life forms started in the other planets? Who knows?
Mm.
Another Big Bang somewhere else.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I'm just saying it's.
This
it
is
would
the other
be
thing
silly
I'd
not
like
to
to be like to be true. Like, you know, those like rumors and like
Like werewolves.
People, no, like people, people like get experimented on and then,
Yeah,
or like they get touched by aliens. Like they, what do you call it, abducted by aliens and they come back.
They wake up and they've seen this little green man.
And they have powers and stuff. That just sounds like a movie, doesn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, that's where I try to like draw the line, because personal experience is totally different to science and like proven facts and like how science can be manipulated and whether this information goes out and stuff. I don't really know where to stand there. I don't really know, but it's pretty interesting TV. It's very entertaining shows to watch at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That used to be the stuff back in the day.
Cheetos.
Yeah, back in the day, like, not back in the day, probably 10, 15 years ago.
Aliens.
They were always, was it National Geographic or the History Channel used to always play those late alien shows.
Discovery Channel always used to do some weird stuff like the mermaids and
but that was a fake. You do know that was a fake documentary.
Right?
That wasn't real.
Yes, I know.
Well produced though.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, for a fake documentary, that was brilliantly produced.
I'm telling you, wonderful TV.
When that came out, everyone was like, "Oh my god!" It
broke the internet.
Mermaids, that's really when you found out the power of the internet in terms of conspiracies.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my belief system. Like, I would like to think that
these things
are real.
It'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
But it would be cool. I just think it'd be so stupid to think that we're the only living intelligent being. Like, no. I can't, I just don't.
I'd like to have a talk with a scientist that really knows what he's talking about, so he can shut my theories down.
Yeah, just be like slapped in the face.
No, don't like that. But perhaps he will agree as well.
Ooh.
Who knows?
That's a bit delusional, don't you think?
No, I've watched enough Joe Rogan podcasts to know that there's actually
anything
people
is possible.
Yeah, it is. It is. But that's fact number 1, actually. We believe in aliens.
Oh, keeping count. Okay.
There you go.
Fact 1.
Aliens.
We've counted. Yeah, aliens.
I think fact number 2 is that you are more of a milk chocolate person.
No.
Or like dark chocolate person.
Definitely a dark chocolate person.
And I actually don't mind white chocolate, whilst you do.
I can't believe. Okay,
That's
is one
fact
of my
number
things.
2, yeah.
Fact number 2, chocolate. I love good old bitter chocolate. I love it. Because if it's too sweet, then it stops tasting like chocolate.
Yeah, it represents the flavor of your soul.
Bitter and dark. and white chocolate is just grease.
Yeah.
It's just nasty. Why? It's just grease.
The white chocolate.
Yeah, white chocolate is literally cocoa.
How do they make it? How do they make it white?
Grease.
Yeah.
With the oil of the seed, with a bunch of sugar, and here we go. Call it white chocolate.
Not bad. I mean,
it's disgusting.
I'm not saying that's my favorite chocolate, but I am saying
you could eat it.
Like,
no
if we had a war, I wouldn't mind fighting for that side.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Who's with me in the dark side?
What is it? Theo say the dark arts.
The dark arts.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Chocolate's probably a white chocolate, but the thing is, I do like mostly probably milk chocolate. But say like in dessert, my favorite thing, dessert is crepes, and like pancakes and waffles and all that type of stuff.
Obsessed with pancakes.
And if I'd actually choose the white chocolate thing with strawberries over the milk chocolate one or the dark chocolate one. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because of the variety. Because you're always used to getting fed milk chocolate.
Okay, good point. Because it's better.
Yeah, you don't usually get given, here's milk chocolate, enjoy it, mate. Here's white chocolate, enjoy it. Like, say you get like a gift.
Because who the hell hates you that much to gift you a bar of white chocolate?
I don't know. I'd like someone to sort of have that enough, courage to sort of put white chocolate in a little...
On the table.
What do you call those things? You call it in Spanish. It's like the thing you get given at the end of parties.
¿Cómo que se llama?
What is that? What are those things called?
Cotillón.
Cotillón. What is that in English? A cotillon.
A cotillon.
What is that in English?
Cotillon, like
After party gifts.
No, party bags.
Party bags.
Party goodies.
Really?
I think so. It's like they come wrapped in like a like in a little.
Yeah,
bag.
like usually kids parties have that.
It's like souvenirs, but from a party.
Kind of, yeah. I feel like it would have a name like fondant. You know?
No, there we go.
Or like what
Fact number 3: Efra uses fondant
in the
for any fancy word that he doesn't know.
contextual matter doesn't matter. Yeah.
Fondant.
Yeah, fondant. I feel like it should be a word that you can use in more than the ways it was intended to. You know.
You do know that it's just like a layer of like thing for cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, but it has a good
sound.
Flamboyance.
It has a good flamboyance.
I just like throwing random words to make me sound smart. So just,
Fondant.
Fondant, flamboyant, cotillon. Even if it's not real, still make it up.
I love that. You know that back home, there used to be this thing, like this comedy sketch of this like really fancy guys, the two of them, and they used to pretend to speak English, but they never really spoke English. They were used to turn Spanish words with an English accent
and just add on
Sean
at
the end.
Like
So
television.
So
funny.
the cotillon sounds like something they would say.
Does sound like something very posh to say. Fact number 4: English. I used to hate it when I started learning it. I used to hate English, and now it's probably one of my favorite languages. I mean, out of the two, I know.
Definitely a second language. English is definitely our second language. English. And I've always liked it. I've always liked speaking in English. Even when I was back home.
Yeah, you were that girl, yeah.
I was that ridiculous girl who would just throw random English words in the middle of my Spanish.
Not ridiculous. I'd call you smart, because it's always smart to learn another language.
Yes, but
the
back
person
home,
who was ridiculous was a bit me.
No, but the back home that would be seen as like, oh, you're trying so hard.
You're like pretending to be cool.
Yeah, like at the time there was a show called Rebelde.
Yeah.
They're Mexican.
Oh, they would do that, wouldn't they?
And there was this like Mia Colucci. She was like the fancy girl, like.
What's her name?
Mia something Colucci, I want to say.
You said it so confidently in the first round.
I know, now you're making me doubt myself.
Yeah, check it.
The fancy girl from RBD.
Mia Colucci.
I think that's what her name was. I think I might be making that up again.
I've been watching this TikTok of people saying like, this is the first name of a
Colucci. That's
Colucci.
What it was.
Mia. All right. I've been watching this meme, this TikTok, of it's like couples or siblings or people just in pairs do it, like best friends, and then they put, okay, I'm gonna say the name of a famous person, and you're gonna say
a character.
No, you're gonna say the last name.
Yeah. Okay, let's try that.
No. So no, let's not. So because I don't know any. So let's say someone says, I don't know, Ariana, and then most people say Grande, and then when maybe they said I don't know, they would say Lady, and then people, I mean that's not a name. It would be like who would be Ryan and Gosling. You know what I mean?
Jennifer
Lopez. But then
there you go. I thought you were gonna say Aniston.
Yeah, exactly. So then they would go into Mia. Mia.
No.
And Mia is also Mia Khalifa, the one that most guys knew, but the ladies wouldn't have no idea who Mia Khalifa was. She's a porn actress.
Yeah,
she's an adult star.
No clue.
Yeah, she's an adult star. So all these guys would always immediately did, because she was
Mia Khalifa.
Yeah, she was so famous at one point. She still is, but she's she's taken time off her adult career.
Fair enough.
And I think she's no longer doing it. But when she became a meme, dude, in the male world, and even if you didn't really watch,
I remember. I think I remember. Everybody was talking about it. Yeah, I think it's true.
Even if you didn't really watch that type of adult films,
you would know the name.
You would know the name. You would recognize it.
Memes. Fair enough.
So every guy knows it, and every TikTok is the same, because every guy obviously knows who she is, and all the ladies are like,
whoever that is.
So that's a new one I'm gonna use. Mia Colucci.
Colucci, yeah.
That's a cool name.
so yeah, she used to do it. She was like the fancy, like, oh my god, like the mean girl of the school, right? And yeah, I would have. People used to compare me to her, like, oh, why are you trying to be like her? Stop it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, sounds cool. Stop, sounds cool.
Yeah.
That's also when you're like 13.
Yeah, I don't know why, but you were always very keen on English. I wasn't. I just didn't
I
like
always
it.
liked it.
And then even when I was forced to learn it, I was like, hell no.
Oh, I remember when we arrived
I actually still
here
enjoy Spanish a bit.
more than you do
Well,
English.
I say like this: I enjoy writing in Spanish more, sort of raps,
Okay, yeah.
and singing and stuff like that. Not as much in English.
Well, I actually have a fun story about.
It's about 55-50.
That's pretty good.
That doesn't make it. That makes 105. 45-55.
45, 55.
Does that even make 100?
No, I don't even know.
It does make 100.
I'm really bad at maths. Fact
Yeah.
number 4.
About fact number
suck.
6, mate.
Okay, well, I'm keeping count. You gotta tell me.
No.
So no, this is 5.
But you skipped.
English.
You skipped 4.
And then no, oh yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I gotta.
I don't
keep
like
it.
lists.
English.
I don't like
5
lists.
was what?
I don't know. I don't
Never
know.
mind. Anyways, what else? I actually have a fun story about English.
Go on.
When we were on TV and we were kids, right? We used to interview people. And
Fact number 7.
there you go. And we had this like he was like a professor in psychology or like kid psychology or something.
Oh, that geezer.
And
Yeah.
he could speak English. And then off camera, we were talking, and he said to me, "You know, it's funny. Keep speaking in Spanish because you might lose it, right?" And my innocent boggled mind, who was like 10, or no,
Huh.
was like, "You're lying. What a joke. What are you talking about?" I was totally boggled by that. I was like, "No way
He was a clever dude.
you could ever forget the language you were born with, right?" Guess what? I understand the struggle now.
Yeah, he was a clever dude that he saw that coming. Because even if we wouldn't have moved to an English-speaking country, that's probably one of the languages that I'll say to anyone. Just try and have that in your bag
Yeah,
of skills.
just try to learn it.
Just because it makes you so much more employable as well. It puts a star next to your name.
And it also opens up this whole world of things and things that you would have never been exposed to before. It's really cool.
And I'd actually say any language you learn, I mean, as long as it's not a dead tongue.
Like Latin.
Yeah, I guess. It would still put stars next to your name. So it's never a bad thing to learn. Like, I think everyone can agree on that. Like, it's never a bad thing to learn a new language.
It's true, but it's not the easiest
Oh, hell no,
thing
but
to do.
I'd say that the way I'd say is probably, from my experience, for however much that counts to, but the best way to learn a language to me
Is to be exposed.
But it's not just being exposed. It's be exposed and give yourself no exit.
Yeah, it's true.
You must give yourself no way out.
I agree. I heard something similar from a multilingual guy from a video that I watched on YouTube not long ago. He was saying that he was trying to guess the language based on how people spoke in their native language. He was trying to, just by phonetically how they sounded.
That'd be fun to do.
He was trying to guess the language and where exactly from they were. He was saying, yeah, that just reminded me of how hard it is to learn a new language. Like, he speaks like 6 or 7 different languages, right?
Damn.
And he was like, and every single one of them, I have packed my bags and moved to these countries because otherwise I would have found an easier way to maybe be lazy about it. You know?
I thought that was the way I saw other people struggle with, and I also saw myself kind of falling into the trap, and then I stopped myself, which is you naturally you gravitate naturally to people that speak the language you speak because you want to communicate, especially when you're in a country that's not your first language and you're struggling to communicate.
Yeah.
you have this need of wanting to be heard and wanting to converse. Especially me, I love talking. So, and just having fun and stuff like that. So, I started to gravitate towards the Spanish speakers. And that's really when I started getting to know actually the Spanish culture a little, because in Europe you don't really get that many South Americans in schools, not that often, especially not here in London. So, but you do get a few Spanish students, which was super cool because I was learning new like sentences. So I was learning more about my native language than I was about English. And then at some point I was like, this just isn't any good for me.
Yeah.
This is not, because it was making everything else harder. Like getting on the school bus or like going to the cafeteria and ordering my food. I was struggling so much on that. So I was like, yeah, F this. Like, no bad feelings, but mate, we can't talk.
I gotta expose myself.
I gotta pretend I actually don't speak any other language but this. I'd say that's the way it helped me. Maybe you don't even have to be that radicalistic, that radical about it.
But it helped me when I was in Italy, like, because my course was in English. So I was like already on the winning team because I already spoke English when I got there.
Yeah.
Everything was spoken to me, taught to me in English.
Yeah. So you could get away with it hard.
So I could get away in the academy. I could get away with it, but when I was like outside, everything else was in Italian, and Italians don't like to speak in English like at all.
Yeah.
They look at you funny, even though they can speak it. Some people in Rome,
really?
They'll be like, "Why are you speaking in English?" I'm like, because I can't speak Italian.
Yeah.
So just forcing yourself to actually be in a position where you don't have a way out really does help you learn faster, because there's pressure, survival.
Yeah, it's sort of like do or die, or not be heard, basically, you know what I mean? So maybe it is a good place to be. I do know a lot of people though that have managed to learn other languages without being that crazy about it.
But you also have to have that little vein, isn't it? Like that natural inclination towards languages. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Monica's like that.
Really
yeah, Monica's
good at
like
it. I mean, she knows Italian, she speaks Portuguese, she speaks Spanish, English. Like, I mean, come on, girl.
But she also grew up
in a multi-language household.
Yeah, definitely a diverse household, and she knew so many people early on from different backgrounds and stuff like that. So that definitely helps. Fact number 9.
Fact number 9.
I think. If you would wear
my favorite
jeans
dessert
over like formal stuff, you and I are mortal enemies.
Yes, Efra does hate denim, like any form of jeans.
No, I'm not a fan of jeans.
He hates them, especially blue jeans.
Yeah.
Like, you're actually right now wearing white denim.
I don't mind that.
And you don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Which is so weird.
Yeah. I have a few white denim trousers.
And a few black as well.
No. Look, this is the only denim I'll accept.
Okay.
White or black. That's it. The actual denim.
Denim.
Yeah. But as a top, like a denim top, every now and then to break the routine sort of thing. You know what I mean? But the jeans, it just feels so weird against my skin. I hate it. I don't like it.
I don't mind jeans, but
You love them.
Yeah, I really like jeans. Jeans are fine. I think if you know how to style them.
Yeah, but would you choose jeans over a dress? Not you. I know you.
No, because I don't know. I would probably pick the dress, but then you see, with the dress, it's just the dress. You can't really do much to it. Right. Yeah, apart from accessorizing it.
Okay, what other choices are there apart from jeans? Because for boys, it's quite simple, isn't it?
It's a top and jeans. Let's go.
It's either jeans, chinos,
formal trousers,
jeans or chinos, and then formal trousers, and an off occasion. You know what I mean? Or maybe what else do guys wear? Like
shorts.
Shorts, yeah, denim shorts.
Oh. Do they?
I know they don't, do they?
I think they do. Now I've had an image. Yeah, they do. They do.
Or those ones that sort of just cut off here.
Oh. No. Efra, are you living in 2009? What happened to you?
I don't know what boys wear. I don't really look at boys.
Good point.
I look at male fashion because I have to, but I've noticed I don't really pay attention much. Here's what you have to wear. Cool.
Efra actually he's
pose cool.
Yeah, Efra's in the fashion industry for a while, and they just literally, you literally don't know anything.
Nothing.
He just turns up. Here's what it is. Take the pictures. Get out.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't actually
Someone
know.
texted me the other day. It's like, dude, how did you not know who that lady that came up in Jenny's video?
What?
That there was this lady. She's a designer of. She's the designer of something to do with Vogue or something like that. I'm not sure what it was. Something to do with this, whatever. How did you not know what her name was? You knew it, and then you searched it up to double check. And I was I don't know who she is. And people were like, how the hell? First of all, suck with names, and second of all, I don't really pay attention that well. So.
In what video was it?
I think it was the editor of Vogue. Her. That's it. That is it. The editor of Vogue. It was on that one. Her name is
Anna Winter.
Yeah, something like that. We're just checking the comments right now.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, the comment section is so funny. I love the comment section.
I adore the comment section. Fact number 11.
Yeah,
Or
and
10.
I don't know what it is, but not only love it, I think it's such a important way of interaction because it helps us learn so much, and I think people know this by now because we always say it. It helps us learn so much, and then it also helps us see things through the eyes of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult to transmit actually what you think into your thoughts into words through a keyboard. That is difficult, but some people are really able to do it, and it's so amazing to see it and read it, and then you kind of get a glimpse of how this person sees the world.
Yeah, it's super cool. I love you guys. End of it. Let's see. My favorite dessert, fact number 11. My favorite dessert is.
Yeah, that was random.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of facts. My favorite dessert is ice cream. I could live on ice cream. I'd eat ice cream throughout the winter. I'll eat ice cream in the summer. I'll eat ice cream before I go to bed. I'll eat ice cream anytime. Ice cream is perfect.
What flavor?
Flavor. All right, I don't really mind the flavor. I could have pistachio or coffee flavor or dark chocolate or Nutella. I just like the creaminess and the coldness of ice cream. Ice cream is awesome. It's the best food ever created, and for that we thank the Italians.
What is it? Gelato.
Oh my God, Efra, you haven't tasted ice cream or pizza until you have been in Italy.
Yeah.
It really is like.
Tasted gelato, like from those little stands and stuff.
Not the same.
Served by Italians.
Don't know.
Maybe I should take it to some of them.
Yes.
Because I know you're a sucker for ice cream. I'm really not. I couldn't care less.
Love ice cream.
I'm really not that big of a fan of ice cream. There has been a couple of brands that have proved to me that ice cream can be a really enjoyable experience.
In Mérida, back home in Venezuela, there used to be, I don't know if it still is, but there used to be an ice cream shop. It used to have ice cream flavors for literally everything. They had like 100 different flavors.
True. They even had
caraota flavor.
They even had like beans flavor.
Plátano flavor.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
It was awesome. Best thing ever.
The only problem with ice cream I have is too cold.
That's the whole idea of ice cream. You hate the concept.
Yeah. That's the only problem I have with it. It's just so cold in my mouth.
Just have hot cream.
Not a problem, I say, yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Just have sweet hot cream.
Just have hot chocolate with cream on top. That's basically what you've said.
Okay, Efra's. Fact number 12. Efra actually adores heavy cream.
Yeah, I love it.
And whipping cream.
Yeah.
Like
on cake, anything.
Or anything.
I don't even have it whole.
Yeah, without even sugar or anything on it.
It's just so nice, so weird the way it feels.
It's kind of weird.
No, it's like everyone loves it. That thing you shake.
Yeah.
That type of cream. I love that type of cream.
Yeah, you also love the cream that we pour and we have to whip and then you just eat it like that.
Because isn't it the same? It's the same type of cream.
Yeah.
Why is it not?
Yeah, it is the same. But
it's the same cream you use for like strawberries and cream and stuff.
But it doesn't have sugar. So it's just...
Does that one have sugar?
Yeah.
Oh, bad for you.
But you love it.
Yeah, bad. Yeah, I just
what's you already stated your favorite.
my favorite
dessert.
dessert.
Pancakes.
It's not a dessert, is it? Crepes is a dessert.
Crepes.
Or like Belgian waffles.
Fancy that.
Yeah, some Belgian waffles, some flamboyant Belgian waffles with some fondant.
Waffles. Waffles.
I like desserts that sound fancy. But then it turns out most desserts that sound fancy,
You hate.
I absolutely
I love
hate 'em.
macaroons. And I was like,
Hate
oh,
those.
macaroons from Covent Garden. Oh, they're so freaking good. I love them. And if I was
they're
like,
expensive
yeah, let's take pictures. And then he ate one and he was like, never again.
too. What are they? They taste like what? Like almonds?
Yeah, because they're
Oh, my throat's
meringue.
really dry.
It's meringue with, oh, we didn't bring any drinks today.
Any water is fine.
So, they're meringues mixed with almond flour. And they bake them and then they fill them. Put them, sandwich them together.
Yeah. What else?
So good.
Favorite food. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food.
Mine is pancakes, and something very that comes from what do you call it? A country called arepas.
Arepas.
Yeah, which is really
Los
nice.
colombianos también las tienen.
Oh, lovely.
Colombians also have it.
Like empanadas, adore that. Arepas, love that. What else? Plantain, adore that.
You know what I love? And I just not recently, but since I moved to London, my new refreshed love for rice, beans, and plantain with carne. Like some type of like carne mechada or like.
Have you ever tried Jamaican food?
Oh hell yes!
It's
so good, isn't it?
It's
It's like
insane.
being home. It's so good.
It's so crazy how close it feels to home.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So yeah, and any Caribbean food is
true,
like so bloody good.
Also, Filipino food does feel close. The way they season stuff, we mentioned it in the Philippine special podcast.
I don't know the adobo sazon that they put on their food.
Lechon, that's what that's called.
Lechon, the big
pig.
pig. Well, we also call them lechon, but when they're dead.
What do you call it when they're dead?
Pig. Cerdo. Pero también los cerdos se llaman lechón, ¿no?
Oh.
Lechón is the cachorro, like the
Baby cochino.
The baby cochino, the baby pig.
Wow, I see. That's what it. Oh, tres
So, yeah.
leches. That's like
Oh,
triple.
my
God.
God.
What do you call that? Triple milk.
Triple milk. Triple milk dessert.
Nah. What do you call that in English? There is a version of that in English.
No, there isn't.
There
It's
is.
just
It's close.
tres leches, and Mexicans also have it.
Yeah.
Tres leches. It's so good. It's like evaporated. It's like a pound cake. What is that? Like a pound cake, but then you put little holes in the pound cake after it's baked, and then you pour a mixture of evaporated milk, condensed milk. What other milk is it?
Evaporated milk.
Cream? I think it's cream. Ma? What goes in tres leches? Evaporated milk, condensed milk, and what else?
Just the cake, isn't it?
No, the cake is already a pound cake.
Bit of chocolate.
No.
No?
Who puts chocolate in their freaking tres leches? You sprinkle, I think it's cream, and then no, it's not
Well,
cream.
just check the recipe.
Don't know.
You've got the power of the internet.
True, I thought my mom would know.
She's heartbroken. She's like, I knew it.
Tres leches cake.
Okay, recipe.
Recipe.
I'm pretty sure there's like a European version of that.
No, look, it's tres leches. You know, in the BBC.
Sweetened condensed milk, evaporated milk, double cream.
Yeah, but like the original.
Oh, I don't know.
Heavy
Whipping cream.
Heavy whipping cream. Yeah, that's what I said. It's a cream.
1
So
cup
it
of
is.
white sugar, unsalted butter, teaspoon baking powder. I mean, I'm not gonna say the whole thing, am I?
No, it's good, but if you haven't had any tres leches, you should go.
And vanilla extract.
Oh yeah, and then they sprinkle this cinnamon powder on top of it.
Canela.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. I wasn't a big fan of it when I was a child, but now I'm a big fan.
You know what I haven't grown into though?
What?
Quesillo.
Hate it.
Flan.
Yeah, I hate it.
Not a fan.
Horrendous.
Not a fan of the flan.
If flan stopped existing, I wouldn't care.
It's just so eggy. I don't know what it is. It shouldn't taste like egg. It probably doesn't taste like egg. But in my head, just knowing the amount of eggs that go into it kind of creeps me out a little.
Yeah. Fact number, whatever this is, we hate beetroot.
Oh, hell
With
yeah.
a passion.
Even the smell is already like a no-go.
Yeah, they
No
were having it. They were
beetroot.
having it earlier today in the house. Yuck.
My parents were having it. I've literally murdered the idea of beetroot in my head. It doesn't exist.
Maybe in juice, like those power juices you put
Ugh,
with
not
like
even.
you put with onions. I mean not onions, carrots. I was thinking carrots and I said onions. Carrots and like orange juice and celery and beetroot and stuff.
That's literally freaking edible, like drinkable soup. I'm not okay with that idea.
Yeah, you have that in the morning. Bam, you're ready
It is
to go.
good, but take away the beetroot.
Yeah.
What else? Let's keep thinking about facts.
No, don't
I
know.
am actually the older one between the two of us. The elder sibling. Even though I know that I am a mente polla, which means that my brain never developed.
It's not true.
I have the brain of a chicken.
It's not true. I feel you're very mature when you have to be.
Good point. I
But
just don't have to be most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
90% of
Which is
the
good.
time, I'm just like, what? Life.
It's good. What do you call that? In psychology, you call that your inner child, isn't it?
It's running wild and free in my life.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I think that's how most people should be. Because if you take stuff too seriously, at the end of the day, the sun will blow, isn't it? Like the sun will blow up one day. Yeah,
I don't
and
know
you don't
whether
want to
to
be
laugh.
sad, and you don't want to be sad when it happens, or whatever you think is so important right now.
That was so pessimistic.
It really
so
isn't. Yeah, it sounds pessimistic, doesn't it?
Very fatalistic.
Fatalistic, yeah.
Well, whatever that is.
But it does feel like that. But at the end of the day, like things that you regard as super, super important, the end of the world, like they're not.
Yeah,
They're really not.
Good point.
So you might as well just.
Just live your life how you want it to.
Yeah, because you're happy.
Love who you wanna love.
This is something that I find really weird when I talk to my friends. It's like, and we agree, like their happiest years. I'm not saying mine, but probably mine as well. But their happiest years were when they were kids.
Yeah, good point.
Like you were running free, didn't really care. You
Nothing
didn't think
to
about
worry
tax.
about,
You didn't think
nothing-
about
yeah.
bills. You didn't think about jobs or what people think of me. You were just having a good old time. You know what I mean? Just a good old time. You didn't care. You did whatever you wanted.
Nothing of this political correctness. You just said what you wanted to say. No one ever told you what to say.
You were always, not only that, but you were always curious. You were always learning new things. You were always willing to learn because everything was new to you.
And like the whole world felt like this whole big thing, and it was so interesting and impactful.
However,
in your
you were
life.
oblivious to a lot of things. So
Yeah.
that it comes with its good and it's bad. But I'm just saying that it's so bizarre that when I talk to my friends, I don't know. Let us know how you feel. Whether your childhood.
happiest
What if you
years.
had a really bad childhood?
Good point. What are your happiest years? And
Yeah,
maybe
maybe they're
after.
yet to come, or maybe they're now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very bizarre. I was talk like that to my friends, and we did come to this conclusion of like,
You have deep conversations with your friends.
nah,
My
we just
friends and I talk about memes. Did you see that one? Yeah. Yeah, that's our
if you were
conversation.
present in that conversation, it really didn't feel that deep.
it's like that girls in on sleepovers. Oh, Josh is so hot. Oh my god, I fancy him too. And then boys on sleepovers. Guys, have you ever thought about how they put the stripes in the toothpaste?
Yeah, for real.
And I was like, wow, we really do. Think
Yeah, how do
differently.
they do that?
No idea. I don't care.
Because
What?
because when you buy it,
Yeah.
right? Say it's really hot, right? Say that day was really hot, right? Wouldn't it all just melt
And mush together.
and mush, and just be like, you know, when you have that plastiline or
color.
what? Yeah. You would. I'm gonna mix yellow. What do you call it in English? Play-Doh. I'm gonna put yellow Play-Doh and blue and black, and then it ended up just coming out like this purple,
Brown.
weird brown.
Brown color.
You messed it up. You know, you messed it up. That's
And you'd be so disappointed.
dude. I've seen some of those toothpaste colors. That combination should not come out clean, dude. They put like green with yellow sometimes and white
Yellow?
and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
What the hell's yellow on the toothpaste?
Yeah, they have like the little lines.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, like that stuff. That doesn't mix. How does it not just?
Don't know.
Yeah. If you have the answer
boys,
to that,
maybe boys do ask the right questions.
exactly. For example, that type of answer I wouldn't like from Google. I would like it from someone that's a fellow human.
Ah, good point.
From the comments below.
From the comments below.
Yeah. And then I can
somebody's gonna link the video.
Troll me. Someone's gonna troll me.
how they make toothpaste.
Yeah.
All right. Other facts.
Yeah. How old are you? That comes off often.
That comes up. Yeah, that really does come often. I'm 25.
Yeah.
25. I'm an Aries, and I love
Aries.
Aries.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I
I'm
love.
trying to think what Aries means.
I love the stars and the moon. I actually have this really weird obsession about the moon and the stars. Don't know anything about astrology though.
What was that lady?
Astronomy.
What was that lady that goes up to?
I'm a. What is it?
I think he says I'm
like a something astronomical.
I'm an
astronomer.
Astronomer. No, astronomer. Astronomer.
And she was like, "Oh, cool. I'm a Gemini."
And then he's like, "Okay,
Oh,
that's
wow.
rough."
Yeah.
That's
so
rough.
yeah, I do. That's another fact. I do have this weird thing with moon and stars, and it's just so beautiful.
When a girl tries to impress you in that manner, and say they're very attractive,
But they're just very dumb that way.
maybe not dumb. They just not
nervous and they say the wrong thing.
Or they just that's
Me.
just not their area of expertise. Like it happens to me in tennis often. You know, and they sort of it's like what was that video we watched, you know, Jenny's like watching Jisoo play and she's like, oh, she hasn't even scored a goal yet and she's playing basketball.
And you're like
Yeah, and then but they would say that to me and then they'd be like, oh wow, that was an awesome ace or something. And I literally just hit a forehand. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, and then they would say that, and they'll be like really eager to sort of see my reaction because they know tennis lingo. It's just rough. It's rough because the inner guy in me wants to absolutely roast them. You know what I mean?
That's so mean. I am known for saying the wrong thing in the wrong type
Sports.
of situation, especially when it comes to sports or geography for that matter.
Yeah, but I can make absolutely wreck you with fun, like with you know.
Yeah, that's another thing. I am not very good at knowing my geological position in the planet.
Geography is not your strong.
No, my strong suit. Neither is maths. Not a clever person.
History.
I'm kind of like alright. It depends.
No, history and the things you know. So like history and music, you're great at that.
Yeah.
Musicals, great at that. Like
theater,
great
I
at that.
kind of tend to know a bit of dates and names. A bit, not an expert whatsoever. But
yeah, but that's actually because you studied that
writers and
stuff.
stuff. I kind of kind of know a little bit. I would like to say literature. I'm pretty okay.
Yeah.
But geography, zero.
But I think there's no shame in that. Like you're good at what you're good at.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's sort of like that's
But
like you
you're good at
asking
so
a
many other things though.
that's like you asking a mathematician to explain to you marine biology.
He would probably know some pretty interesting facts, anyways.
Not really. You'll be surprised.
I need to find a
Or like a psychologist, and then you ask him algebra questions.
They could actually answer.
Well, not my psychology teacher or my psychology mentor or anyone like that.
Oh,
They
fair
sucked at maths. And you used to tell me that. Like, there's no shame in that, yeah. And the thing I think is, the good news about that is like if you know you're really bad at it, then that means you know you're really bad at it, which means you can then work on it.
Yeah, good point.
There's no shame in it.
All right, give me another interesting fact about yourself. I'll find some questions.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I broke my wrist when I was like 10.
Yeah, good point.
12.
You were what?
13.
12?
13.
I think you were 12.
12. 13, no?
Yeah.
No, I must have been 13.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a pretty tough time. He was very high. with like the painkillers and
The laughing gas.
Yeah, when you came out of surgery, you were like, Winnie the Pooh was in there with me.
Yes, true. Yeah.
Monica and I were looking at you like.
Oh yeah, Monica was there. Yeah,
Oh.
and you were there. And the first thing you asked me is like, "How are you?"
And he
I
was like,
"Whoa."
"Don't look at it. It's a bridge."
it was so bizarre being on the substances. That's why I don't really like it. Not because of that experience, but that's what I imagine it must feel like being under substances or things like that. Because it feels so bizarre. You know, you had to go through it when you injured your back really heavily.
Yep.
And when you're under medication, it's so weird.
Yeah, it is very strange.
You really feel
It's
like
everything's like slowed down.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like an out bodily experience.
See,
like you're watching everything from like a different perspective.
See, I didn't feel like that. I just felt I was stuck in place, and the whole world
It was moving fast.
really fast, and I was in real slow motion. It was really frustrating.
For me, because when I broke my back when I was what, 20, maybe less, no more. How many years ago was that?
I don't know, a few.
2
20
years
or 20 years,
ago?
22 years, 23 years.
23 maybe. Anyways, the case was like I broke my back and I was like really in like really bad shape, and I've never taken any like painkillers or any like substances like that before ever in my life, and having them kind of like felt like I was out of my body type thing. I was like, ugh, if I wanted to move an arm, I really had to think about moving my arm.
Everything felt heavy.
Everything, and because I just feel like it didn't really numb the pain, because I was in so much pain. I don't think it numbed the pain. It kind of like just made my brain feel
Slower.
weird. Yeah. So, and because I was so weirded out, in my head it was like cloudy or something, then I wasn't thinking about the pain, but that didn't mean the pain wasn't there, and I was aware the pain was there. It's so freaking weird.
I'd like to see the data showing whether cognitive ability increases or how much it decreases by when you're under medication like those, like painkillers and stuff like that.
And sometimes
Because you feel like you do become slower, so I'd like to see actual data on that. See how much.
And sometimes I wouldn't know if I was sleeping or if I was awake, or in what moment.
Oh, weird.
Or in what moment I had fallen asleep or stuff. It's very strange. I actually have no recollection of that Christmas. Of, you know, when you guys set up the whole Christmas decorations,
tree and stuff. Yeah.
I have zero recollection of that.
That's tough.
Because I think I was passed out. I think I was asleep.
That was probably the best
time.
Christmas we had. Yeah.
And the whole day that you were decorating, I think I spent most of the time sleeping, but in my head I just have a blackout. I just don't remember.
Yeah, that's tough. You know what's funny? You had to go through Christmas with your injury. Well, you had to go through several Christmas with your injuries.
3, I think.
But that was definitely the toughest one.
Definitely the worst.
And I had to go through Christmas with my injury as well.
Yeah.
But then I was fine for summer.
Yeah, but I wasn't.
So
fine.
it wasn't like a whole year thing. You were off for a few years.
I was effed up for like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really weird when you're injured, and I'm sure if you've ever been in this position, say you're ill or you're injured or something, and you have to go through Christmas, it's so weird going through Christmas with like a like down.
Like an injury or under weird painkillers and stuff.
Yeah, because
it's really strange.
That's like, to me, fact whatever. That is one of my favorite times of the year. Summer and then Christmas. Those are my 2 favorite times of the year.
I love all year. I adore the whole year. Because you think about it. Starts with Christmas. Well, starts January. And it's very cold and it's very rainy and everybody's down. And
best for fashion though.
It's the best season for layers and hairdos. And because your hair's flawless most of the time if you know how to hold an umbrella. That can also be used as a fashion accessory. So
hats and stuff.
Yeah, January is a bit tough when it comes to, because you're just coming off like celebrations, but I love it because it's cold, it's cool, it's all nice. Then February comes around and it's my mom's birthday, so I adore my mom's birthday.
It's Valentine's. It's like the lovey-dovey month.
It's because it's my mom's birthday, then I don't relate it to Valentine's Day per se, but I'd relate it to my mom. Yeah. And I just adore the whole celebration, that the whole month is about that.
Yeah.
Adore that. And then March comes around and it's my birthday.
Yeah.
And it also spring's coming around.
Yep.
So everything's looking up, flowers are blooming, my
fashion
hay
is
fever's
changing.
Going crazy.
Fashion shows changing. Slightly coming around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fashion week is about to roll in, and then April's cool, even though it rains a little bit too much. But it's alright because it's like you don't
April's
have to.
hope, dude. April gives you hope.
Yes, cause even though it rains a lot of the time, you get the really sunny days at random. So I love April. And then May comes around, it's hotter, everything's cool. June, summer is starting to creep in, and it's your birthday, and that's always a big celebration at home. Then July, there's also Benji's birthday, so I just love that. So it's my baby boy's, my nephew's birthday as well, and that's also very cool because they're so cute.
Yeah.
And then
July.
And then July is just summer. July is summer. You don't have to worry about. Well, when I was teaching, I didn't have to worry about programming or doing any directing for shows or anything like that. I would just like the time just to like enjoy the gigs, go out, socialize. The days are super long, so you can literally go out like 5 times in one day. Summer's super cool, and then September rolls around.
What's the best time for you to do gigs around?
Summer,
yeah, definitely.
Summer,
Yeah.
all like no doubt.
Yeah, go on. September comes around, and then
September
what's good
comes
about
around.
September?
My daddy's birthday.
Oh, right. So yeah, true.
September's good, and then everything goes back to normal slowly. You know, back to a routine. Everybody goes
August.
back to school, and it starts to get a little bit chilly again, and then you can start wearing
Fashion
more fashion
again, yeah.
stuff.
You bought all these jackets that were on sale, bought all this stuff.
And then autumn is there,
Yeah.
and that means high boots with like cute little skirts and big hats, and everything's pretty because it's like orangey and starting to get a little cool.
Yeah.
And then it's all about
That's my favorite fashion time of the year.
yeah, love it.
And
Love
then obviously, Halloween and all that stuff.
Oh yes, Halloween's super fun.
It's one of the best parties of the year.
Yeah.
And then November, December is just Christmas
The
stuff.
second
isn't
it turns November 1st, it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's literally Christmas in the
Thanksgiving,
house.
you stuff your face with so much food,
Yeah.
and then Christmas comes around, and then you eat literally for like 3 weeks straight.
Winter
a
Wonderland's out and
Jackass
about.
every day.
Yeah, Winter Wonderland's out and about. Going out to restaurants feels so cool.
Hot chocolates in the cold.
Yeah.
Everything's very icy.
Yeah, actually, the whole year is pretty dope. Actually, yeah.
I just love. I think the year's cool.
Yeah, I actually, one of the things I've been enjoying a lot about London is the fact that you get all seasons here, but you don't get all radical. You don't get all seasons at their max. Like summer, most summers are all right. This summer has been great, like so far, because it's so hot so often. But on winters, you don't really get like -10 or -5.
No, but you
Get
don't.
a few days -3,
Yeah,
-1.
it's true.
But it's just rainy. It's just consistently rainy.
throughout the whole year. I think the bad thing about
Gray.
London is just rain and gray.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. It like you could be in August the 10th and you would have been in like 30 degrees, and then one cold shower rolls in, and then you're back into 17 degrees, you're freaking freezing,
Yeah.
and you're wet in this tank top and a freaking shorts and flip-flops, and you
Yeah.
feel like your toes are gonna fall off.
Yeah, for me, I'll still stay with my whole summer Christmas stuff. I think those are my like from like end of April to like end of August. Fantastic time of the year. Fashion wise, it's great. Not the strongest though for me.
No, it really isn't. I think that's
It's
when
just
I
a matter of
start-
like looking good and looking good without clothes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my summer fashion is mostly just literally
Don't melt.
Don't melt.
Yeah.
And that usually includes a lot of shorts and really small tops.
Yeah.
So I can try to get as many tan lines as possible.
Clubbing and partying is a joke on in summer. But yeah, Christmas is lovely. But yeah, for fashion, I'd say that January, March period, and then
It's
that
beautiful.
September to November time, it's some of the best fashion you'll see.
So autumn/winter
Yeah.
is the best time for fashion.
What else? Oh yeah, go on, give me some questions.
All right, so we got some pretty cool questions this
Do-
week
Do watch out on a Saturday,
on my Instagram.
because
I
Waleska
put-
posts a Q&A on her Instagram. So if you do want any questions of you answered, go check her out and follow us so you don't miss out on when she posts stuff like that, like the Q&As, and then you can send your questions.
All right, so this question is really interesting. It says, "What led you to become who you are today?" It's a pretty deep freaking question.
Oh, I don't know. Go on, you
I
go.
think it's just a combination of things, isn't it? It's a combination of moments and that realization of choices made and yeah, just a compilation of all of these things that come together, because there are really like life turning moments that I can recall in my mind, you know, like the first time I picked up a microphone, or the first time I got through in my first audition, or what this person specifically said to me about my performance or my personal choices. There are definite moments and choices, path taken that I can think of that have led me to where I am today. But I can't really say, oh, it was this moment. You know, I don't think I have. I couldn't. I don't think I could pinpoint it. What about you?
I think it was an agglomeration of a lot of things.
Yeah, since birth, you know.
Yeah.
I actually think I've been exposed to music since before I was even born. My dad used to sing to me according to my mom's, stories. My dad used to sing to me when I was in her belly, and then both my parents were very musical.
Yeah, they were very involved in the industry in Venezuela, so
And
with music.
And even since before I was even involved in the music industry, my dad had a band. My mom was involved. She was always a dancer. So I don't know. I've been exposed to all of it really early on. So I couldn't tell you exactly this precise moment made me who I am. I think it's an agglomeration of moments.
Yeah, like graduating and performing for so many years, TV. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I'd probably say about the same. I mean, there were like some moments we definitely think like, one of the big ones is like, for example, which career am I gonna take now? You know what I mean? Like, am I gonna go the athletic route? Am I gonna go the entertainment route? Am I gonna go the music route, the content creation route, whatever? So that was
gonna go into fashion.
That was a pretty pinnacle moment, I think. But mostly like me instead of a career wise, I'd say I've just been incredibly lucky since I was a kid to be like, to have a family like we have, like seeing you being on stage since so young, being involved involuntary in the world of music since so young. That I think that has a huge impact on your personal development.
Yeah.
But then also all of that being stripped away, starting from zero, and that sort of hard hit of like, this is your reality now, and now you no longer have anyone that's gonna put you in this place. You're gonna have to go get it yourself. So that was really a pinnacle moment. Like the whole language stuff, that was a definitely a developing moment for me. The fact that you're gonna have to learn a new language, you're gonna have to get used to different people from all over the world, and different backgrounds, and how other people see the world, and studying in different countries. That was definitely a thing that hits you and changes you. Yeah, so a lot of things musically wise, I do think it's because of the upbringing we had, and the amount of artists we were exposed since we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of times we were on stage since we were kids.
I could perhaps, I think I could map out musically with artists that have influenced me since I was like a child.
Go on.
So I would start with like perhaps one of the first things that I fell in love with, or that I felt that I was very naturally inclined to, was listening to Juan Luis Guerra. I adore that. Or listening to Maná. Because my parents used to listen to them a lot. And there's also Eros Ramazzotti, Laura Pausini. There's so many. I mean, there's also, give me a second, I just have them here.
Yeah, Queen, listening to Queen at home definitely impacted you more than it impacted me.
Rubén Blades.
Yeah.
I think with Rubén Blades, he just really sparked that that love for my culture that I didn't know I had to develop. You know, because when you're 7, 8, you just take for granted that you live in Venezuela. Like Latin American culture is just what it is. You know, you don't think about it whatsoever. But then you listen to Rubén Blades and his poetry, the way he like explains what it's like to live in South America, and those tiny things that really sparked my curiosity to learn more about my own culture. Then I moved on to do more something weirder. I wanted new sounds, and I started listening to stuff like Papa Roach and Dogtree, Disturbed, and I went into this whole search of new sounds and new music in English that I never knew existed. And I come across Avril Lavigne and Maroon 5 and Coldplay, and it all started to develop from there.
Yeah.
And then I could perhaps say that I discovered musicals. But
Well, you always liked musicals when you were a child, though.
yes, but I never thought about musicals more than children's films. I never thought a musical could tell a whole story about a personal tragedy, or that a musical could take you into this whole roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
You know, I always just thought musical is Disney.
Yeah.
That's the only knowledge I had about musicals, you know. So also El Gran Combo de Puerto Rico, freaking awesome. Mermelada Bunch. So I think I can map out the bands and the artists.
The musical genre in terms of likes and dislikes.
Shaped my life, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mine was way different because I decided to go, obviously since I was a kid, more the rapping route. So it was more like Calle 13 is someone, Rene is someone that's forever like in my top 3 ever.
Vico C.
If not, he's my one. Yeah, Vico C. Like percussionist wise, Tito Puente. Like I love the arrangements by Mark Anthony, the stuff he does. Yeah, El Gran Combo, Rubén Blades. Yeah, I think Gaitas and a lot of Gaitas groups had a lot of impact in
Maracaibo 15.
Maracaibo 15 had a lot of impact in my development.
Bringing, yeah.
And then from like
Guaco, oh my god, I totally forgot about Guaco.
yeah, and then from like American and some more Western artists, Eminem since I was a child, 50 Cent, rapping wise.
Caramelos de cianuro for me as well. I'm just remembering.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much stayed very consistent until now. Hence why I'm so glad we have the channel and we have so many of you guys watching from all over the world, where music is so different. You know, music it's so different. And now we're getting to absolutely step into a brand new world of music and getting to know so much. You know. That's an interesting question. Is there an artist you think is overrated? I don't know, because overrated in what? Like in terms of like their skill, like their perceived skill isn't as good as it seems, or are they overrated because they get a lot of viewership and they break records, they make a lot of money, but they're not artistically elite.
Maybe let's answer both.
Both, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think overrated in, what was the first one I said? Overrated in terms of
their perceived skills.
Perceived skill. Well, I don't know. Because I always see it like this. What are they trying to sell?
That's true. You can't. Yeah, it's true.
That's the first question they're trying. So say you pick Beyonce, right? You know, absolute legend of the game, right? Now, if she was trying to sell that she was an actress, and then you see her acting, right? Just because she's Beyonce, a lot of people would say, wow, she's a Oscar-winning actress. But she wouldn't be.
I see what
see
you're
my point?
saying. Yeah.
She
okay.
wouldn't be.
Okay, no, let's just stick to their music.
No, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that would be a way to do that. Like for example, okay, BTS, right? We're selling you rhythm and blues, right? Or we're selling you jazz, right? Pure jazz, right? But they were obviously that isn't what they're selling. But they were doing it in a way where there were better bands that were doing exactly what they were doing of jazz.
But they wouldn't be recognized as much as these guys because these guys have
such better marketing,
a
right?
perceived value.
So
yeah.
you can look at that way. You can look at that two ways. But this is how I look at it. Number one, if they have better marketing, right, and they're selling a product and people are buying that product, willingly buying that product, I don't think there's anything wrong with BTS. I think there's something wrong with the other bands that are not selling as much as BTS.
All right.
That doesn't mean they're crap, or that doesn't mean that BTS is the best. It just means that they're doing things that you can learn from. Like for example,
he's not saying that BTS is the.
No, I'm just using an example of someone who's at the top of the game.
Yeah.
Right, and like it shouldn't be. Oh, I'm not saying that. I don't care.
I'm just telling you.
A better example. I think the best example right now out. It's 6ix9ine. Like, why does 6ix9ine sell more than, let's say, Hobson? Let's say YBN Corday, Anderson .Paak, right? Some of these. Let's actually say YBN, because I've been listening to a lot of him lately, and he's truly a lyrical rapper, the new generation of lyrical rap, which I'm so happy which is coming through. Like,
so
why does 6ix9ine, which is very lyrically limited, sell more than YBN at the moment? Two reasons, right? 6ix9ine's career is further ahead, than YBN's at the moment.
Okay.
But let's say they were in the same position. It's because things that are good and are technically challenging and technically complex and not very easily digestible won't sell as much as bright colors, swear words, good-looking ladies, and things that have a shock factor and can be exploited easily to the general market. Whether that produces a positive or negative reaction, it doesn't matter. It's creating a reaction, exactly, which is all that matters. That's why the like and dislike button on YouTube exists, because it's way easier to quantify an interaction if there's two buttons. You can encourage one, whether you hate them or you love them, rather than if it's just love them. Because what do people that hate them do? Right? And then that piece of content wouldn't get pushed even further. So the reason why YBN doesn't have as many viewers or subscriptions and stuff like that, apart from the fact that their careers are in different places, doesn't mean that he can't get there. I'm just saying right now, it's because there's very little shock factor towards YBN at the moment. That's why Eminem's always been able to stay as a lyrical rapper at the top of the game. He really understood that in order to sell,
you gotta provide that shock factor.
You have to be a shock factor. You have to disrupt. You have to be a disruptor. You have to create a stop in the way people think, a stop in the industry, a shock in the world. And that's how you really start generating that amount of interest that he has and sustain it for so long. Like, okay, let's say Revival wasn't his best-selling album. Yeah, still went platinum. And then that inspired his future album of Kamikaze, because everyone spoke trash about him in that album.
Yeah.
So it's not whether it's good or bad. It's whether the product can create a reaction, can create feedback.
Yeah.
If a product doesn't create feedback like this, it's not gonna be the best potential product you've created. And that's all these labels are trying to generate. What can we make that will generate the biggest and largest amount of interest, not positive feedback,
but just a reaction.
A reaction from the general market. Yeah. Because you will have your fans. Like, there's people that love 6ix9ine, even though his lyrical ability isn't the highest, right? You have people that absolutely hate him, but everyone watches.
And everyone's clicking and creating that source of,
Especially now where things are, there's such a controversial conversation to have about, the whole news outlets and everything. Because everything's being now about selling the click, about selling the click to the website so they can get AdSense, selling the title, even though if you read the article, it's nothing like the title sold it out to be. It's all about selling the click, get the click, right? It's the same right now with labels that are creating groups. It's the same with now with labels that are creating new artists. What the heck can we do? You know, put rainbow hair like Sugar O'Malley. Like he's a fighter. He's absolutely changed his hairstyle because he wanted to. But he also understands that everyone's gonna be like, that's the guy that has crazy hair. What a fool! I want to see him lose, or I want to see him win.
Yeah.
So Conor McGregor's a great example too. He's one of the best. I mean, the most popular fighter in the world, without a doubt, that has sold himself
as the product.
Yeah, putting himself in the headlines because of the trolling, because of the controversies, but he's always there, and he always was there during his darkest times when he was being put in prison and jail and all that stuff. During his highest times when he's dating all the best-looking women, getting all the money, being the hottest rapper in the game, it puts him out, and that's all due to him. He's 100% responsible for every action he's taken.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. You know. That label can only promote your music. You have these shows to attend to. You have these shoots to do. You have these legal compliances to abide by, and that's it. But you see it with artists that are incredible. They just stay quiet at home, say nothing, do a few live streams, do this, bam, 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 and that's it. And they have an okay career. They have a good career, but they won't have a career with numbers that are bringing 6ix9ine numbers, Blackpink numbers, BTS numbers. It kind of feels weird putting 6ix9ine and BTS in the same. But you know, number kings. Weeks, number kings at the moment. So, and look, you have such different talent levels in that just those three alone.
Yeah, and such different genres and such different, you would think, audiences as well.
So, what do they sell as? I think is the first question to seem someone as overrated. Overrated. And then number 2, it's such a subjective question.
It really is.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
There's rappers I don't like, but does that mean they're overrated? Because a lot of people like them.
Yeah, that's it's a tough question because
you're pressing buttons.
Oh, I'm pressing buttons. So yeah, it's a tough question because you can never really. I believe every artist, if they're out there already with their name known in the industry,
they deserve
and
respect.
and people know who they are. They're already bringing something outstanding to the table. They're already doing something that the rest of the artists that we perceive as better or underrated aren't doing, and for that reason only, and for that bare reason, I respect them and I understand where they stand.
What about artists that convey a bad message, or a message that you would deem morally incorrect?
That just falls down into personal opinions, though.
But most people would agree that, like, I don't know, shooting someone is wrong.
Oh yeah.
Right. Exactly. So what about when it goes down that line? Like, what if their music it's okay, but the message is bad? Would you then go down the same road of, because they are, renowned and they
I stand by that. I stand by my own
so they would have your respect, but they wouldn't have your support.
Exactly. I respect what you're doing
because it's art.
It's art, and everybody's free to portraying their art, whatever message, whatever ideologies they want to shoot forward. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be buying their stuff
or agree with it.
Okay. Like I think about some artists that I actually think not a big fan of who you are or what you've done or what you promote, but I respect your artistry, and I respect the fact that
the hustle, the work,
because it is work to
definitely.
Be known, and not just known, but consistently be producing, be making, be creating. In the middle of everything. Okay. That requires a huge level of discipline, a huge level of skill, and if you're not in the industry, if you've never done it, then you would never really understand what it's like.
I think that's a very healthy way to look at it.
Because
because there's enough open-mindedness there, and there's also enough staying true to who you are. and being completely transparent in that belief of like creative freedom. It's basically like a right for everyone.
It is, and I actually encourage it.
It's like freedom of speech to some extent.
It is. I encourage it. I encourage it. If whoever you are out there, if you're thinking about taking a career down in arts, in music, in fashion, and whatever, go for it and be the most true self of you.
Yeah, but the most you can.
Because those are the moments where, one, you'll be the most fulfilled with your craft. Two, you'll have a stand. You'll start to understand who you are, what you like, what you stand, what you believe in, and for those two reasons only, if you keep working hard and keep doing your stuff, you will have something dear to hold. Something that you respect, and people can respect you for it too. It doesn't matter that 40,000 people don't agree with it. You do, like, I mean, that's what I think it always falls down when it comes to understanding the craft, understanding art. I think it always falls down to personal opinion and who you are as a viewer and where you are in your personal life when you came across this specific song.
But if everyone disagrees with it, doesn't that at least mean that there is something to
look? Yeah, but that also helps you in your growth,
right?
As a creator, as a creative.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd like to know what people think actually, and how they would answer that question, because it's a very, very interesting question, and I'm not sure I even answered it. It's one of those where I'd love to take my time and really explore,
really think about it,
different ways I would answer it, and really expand on why I would answer it in a certain way. But I really does come to it comes down to so many factors, like what are they selling, what are they
trying to portray, what is the absolute goal
also like there's so many little factors. Like that's why diving into the Korean industry was so crazy to me, because there's a language barrier to begin with.
It's huge, isn't it? That's huge.
And it doesn't seem to impact anything.
Absolutely, it's actually kind of, it's a very mind-blowing
That's
fact.
insane.
Yeah, it really
so
is.
That would be like, maybe why doesn't, which they do, like why doesn't BTS sell as much as this? So putting it into numbers perspective, like relevant of today, why didn't they sell as much as the Beatles? Right, obviously they have way more, but times are different. But I'm just saying, if times were the same when the Beatles were out and there were still legends of legends, and BTS, one of the reasons could be, well, Beatles make music in English and their market is English, like English speaking. But BTS has proven that doesn't fucking matter.
That doesn't actually make any difference. So
doesn't that matter?
That's
what
when
the hell?
think you can't really. So that's when I started to.
Because the quality of the product is so high.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that whoever's best next thing in boy groups, I don't know who would be next. Like number 2 next to BTS, I don't know who would be. But
worldwide.
Yeah, I don't know who it would be. But why are they not number 1? Marketing's different. It just falls down to so
many little factors.
So many things that it's just hard to say, oh, these guys are overrated or these people is underrated, and it's kind of hard.
I'd really like to hear the opinion of other people, and I think that would help me also construct my own opinion.
Yeah.
I saw one saying, like, how old am I? So I
how
said
old
it.
Are you?
I said it before. I'm 22, because when I said it before I was 21, but my birthday just literally passed. So now I'm
22.
22.
What horoscope sign are you?
Oh, I was about to say Jeremy. Gemini.
Gemini.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good question, isn't it?
I think that's a pretty good question.
And there has to be like over 50 facts.
We were
for
talking
sure.
I would think so.
There has to be like 50 facts for sure.
50 facts in your way.
Yeah.
Celebrating our most celebrating our 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah. There was a lot to talk about today, especially like, you know, news and music and stuff like that. But we just thought we'll I don't know, we'll have a bit of a chilled one and just
And just have
celebrate
a good time with you.
celebrate a bit with you guys, because this is actually what we would have done even if the camera wasn't here. We would have just
we literally
actually
just sit down and talk.
we wouldn't have shared 50 stuff about each other because we'd know that.
We know each other. But we probably would have sat here listening to music talking about stupid stuff.
Yeah, even though I do surprise myself sometimes with some of the stuff you say, like some of the stuff you like, some of the stuff you don't like.
Really?
Yeah.
How interesting.
So I'm still learning about you.
You never stop knowing someone like me.
Anyways, yeah, do let us know how you would answer a few of those questions, and next week.
Let us know some of your facts, some of the things that we should know about you.
Yeah, how about you say 2 things about yourself in the comments below?
That we should totally know about.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like if you make music, like who's your favorite artist?
Anything,
or
any fun facts, any
where you're
weird
from.
things, where you're from, your favorite foods,
Yeah.
your favorite pastimes.
Nothing too weird, because keep in mind your crush might read it. Like someone might go through YouTube and it turns out your crush also likes, you know, watching us, and then they might see your comment.
Pants 23 commented.
So, you know, keep, you know, whatever. But yeah, two things about you, and then we'll learn a bit more about you guys, and hopefully you guys learn a little about us.
Yeah, cool. We'll see you soon.
Peace.
Bye bye.